Hey y'all. In this video, I just wanted to share with you maybe a few alternatives to mood boarding. We might explore the second one I'm going to demo here in a second, but traditionally there are some just really other great tools that are out there. I've always found it best to do what we're doing for this exercise and actually, present a client a PDF or a JPEG or something that they can leave behind. But there are other methods and techniques as well. I just wanted to highlight. Tonight, I want you to focus on crafting and honing in and really spend the time that we have in this course together, dedicated at this time to really invest in building your mood board and having that time to actually design and create your mood board. So not really a ton in the way of teaching or instructions for this, but just wanted to share, maybe some alternative sources that are great resources for creating mood boards. Of course, I wanted to start here with Pinterest. Pinterest is essentially creating mood boards for anything you want. You can collect ideas and thoughts and just different inspiration pieces for projects that you're working on. I have a variety of different mood boards on my personal account, whether that's for home projects or for ideas. And here's just a board that I created for UI design. And so just different things that I've curated over the years that I just think are great as far as UI inspiration, or maybe articles I want to read or things like that. If I was creating a mood board, especially for something like this, I could recreate one or create one that says Handles Homemade Ice Cream. Of course, you guys know I'm redesigning handles for this project, but I can also just search for UI inspiration and see what comes up. And just take a couple minutes and browse this and see if anything maybe piques my interest or anything that I really find inspiring or ideas that I like as far as layout goes. If I'm looking through here, I really maybe like how this, let's see here, how this example, it's linking right to the site. So, but maybe I like how this example, overlays photography with large swatches of color. Maybe I'm curious about that. So I'm going to save that to UI design. I don't need to really demo how Pinterest works. I'm sure a lot of you all are familiar with it, but it might be a great place to start as you think about maybe we'll be doing mood boards later on in the course, but maybe an initial place to start just for gathering ideas and putting them all in one place so that you can come back to it later and maybe curate that down even further. So Pinterest is a great tool. I won't belabor you with that. It's oftentimes where I might start. It's one of the great places to go for UI inspiration. And so maybe worth starting here just to gather some ideas, creating a mood board for a project and things like that. So let me jump into another tool that has been talked about in the blog posts that you've been reading, has been brought up in maybe some of the videos that you've watched, is this product called InVision and their product called Moodboards, or called Boards. We might explore this later on in some projects down the road in this course, but thought maybe I'd just give a quick overview, a quick demo of what that looks like here early on, because I know you've heard about it if you've read the blogs, read the articles that I've shared, and then also watched the videos. InVision is a great tool. It's really popular within the creative industry and the UI design industry. And this project, this feature they have called Boards, has really taken off lately. It's a great way to curate, similarly to Pinterest, similar to what you're doing in generating the PDFs, a interactive mood board, if you will. Let me just show you an example of how I've used it, maybe in a non-traditional way, not for creating UI design, but actually for gathering ideas for house projects. This is just the blueprint, the drawings of the house my wife and I live in. We selected screenshots of our color palette that we were going to have throughout the house. It brought in inspiration for laundry room, for mudroom ideas, for our master bedroom ideas, for what a play area could look like. And so this is just really a simple drag and drop type of interface where I can pull in ideas, pull in screenshots that I might have taken and put them all in one place. I could share this with a client. My wife and I share this board, so she can also add pictures to it if she wanted to. But you can see maybe how it would translate into a mood board. Really, it's just an interactive digital canvas, interactive digital mood board. So here I've got maybe an example of handles started. I've brought in that watercolor. I've created a tagline of handles redesign. Maybe I can just say handles ice cream redesign. So I can edit this if I want. I can change this tagline out. I can even invite people. And so you could, if you had a client that was open to using a product or a platform like this to gather ideas, you could share this with them if you wanted to. Some different options at the very top, so I can change the size of my header. If I wanted to, I can make it bigger or smaller. I could add a blur, a background blur to it if I wanted to blur that out a little bit. But just a really cool interactive kind of mood board here. And so I can even start this by saying this would be kind of photography. We'll start with color palette. And from here, I can even go in and I can add different color palettes. So I can add a color swatch here. I already know my primary color is going to be, so I can actually, I'm just going in on my second screen here and jumping into Adobe XD, grabbing that hex value. You can see what it translates then inside of this mood board. So I've got my primary color here. Maybe I want to add another color, and so I'm going to come up here and I'm going to add the plus sign, add another swatch. I know my red for handles is going to be another secondary color here. And so I'm going to copy that, bring it in here, show that hex value as well. And I'm just going to put them side by side, primary and secondary color. I can change this too to say new color. Maybe this is primary blue. Maybe add some content, some description here if I want to. I'm going to jump back here. So now I have primary blue. This is maybe my secondary color. And I'm going to jump back there. And maybe I'll do another section where I've got my photography options that I really like, and I'm just going to bring in the photography. Maybe I really want to highlight the watercolor here, and I'll pull that in here so you can see that. Again, I can change the size that I want, so maybe I want to feature that here with my client if I'm talking them through this option. Maybe I also want to bring in the these two options here, so I'm going to bring those in. You can see how they lay out there. Maybe I'll split the canvas side by side. Again, this isn't, you're not gonna be using this to submit for project number one. Maybe a little later in a subsequent project, we'll explore it, but just thought I'd share with you how you can quickly create a mood board inside of InVision's boards concept. Again, just to clarify, just to show maybe what that looks like as you've heard it brought up in other videos or other articles that you may have read as a part of this week's assignments. So again, want you to spend time tonight in this module, in this time period, really diving into finishing out your mood boards and submitting them for peer review. And again, if you're watching this ahead of time, excited about that live Q&A, ask questions about UI, UX, and mood boards. If you missed it, join us next time. I'm sure it was a great time that we'll have in those live Q&As. Again, those will happen periodically throughout the course, but wanted to do one here in week 2 for mood boards. So again, just a quick demonstration of some alternative mood board tools that are out there. This is a great one. Explore in your own personal time just to see how this could work. How it might translate into some of the things you're doing for this project. But again, we're sticking with kind of the classic, lay it out on canvas, submit it as a PDF. I've always seen that kind of resonates better with the client anyways, at least kind of as you're getting started in your UI, UX career. This tool is great if you're sharing it with a team, if you're sharing it with a client who's used to using InVision, or if you're collaborating on it with other designers. But just wanted to demonstrate what this looks like as a tool because I know you've heard it before. So again, a quick video. Excited to see what you guys create in your mood boards. Let me know if you have any questions, any thoughts. Feel free to share them, what you think maybe about mood boards or other technology in the comments below. But not graded in this module, but hopefully you guys are well on your way to creating great mood boards. And I'll talk to you guys later.